All right, guys, launch day. Today we're going to talk about leg day, okay? Leg day is NutraBio's newest offering. It is not a pre-workout. Emphatically up front, that is the first misconception you can get from the name, I suppose, although it's not redolent of pre-workout for me. What it is suggestive of, the connotation you should take from leg day is not that it should only be trained on leg day, but rather leg days are typically your arduous training sessions, the ones where you have to dig deep and sort of find a second gear. They have high volume, they demand a greater degree of effort, they're longer than your typical training session. If any of your training sessions sound like that, you should try leg day. Okay, it's not simply for lower body, though that does have those sort of connotations, like we said. It is a carbohydrate product, first and foremost, okay? Two different types of carbohydrate. You're getting D-ribose and you're getting 25 grams of clusterdextrin, which is exactly the same dose that's in their supercarb product. So you look, this is foundationally a supercarb from them, and they've taken the amino acid backbone that was in Intra-Blast, their other flagship amino, and put it in here. So it's kind of the marriage of those two. Also carried forth from the Intra-Blast are taurine, primarily for hydration, osmolytic function, and ornithine for fatigue. You get to keep those, okay? The D-ribose is new. If you want to speak about their product line, you can find that elsewhere from ATP Evolution, but they use a great form of D-ribose that's bioenergy, I believe. Bioenergy ribose, which is not clumpy like many riboses, you'll notice. At least my ATP Evolution, it takes a while for it to turn the corner. That's in here. Okay, that's a secondary sort of backup carbohydrate source that's designed to increase ATP formation through a different pathway, aside from traditional, conventional carbohydrate means. And then you have a fatigue blend that sort of makes it its name. So that fatigue blend is butyropurines for L-DOPA to offset the sort of beleaguered fatigue that can come on later in the workout from the rise of serotonin. Anything dopaminergic is going to help offset that. What's more dopaminergic than dopamine, which is formed by the amino acid L-DOPA, which is why that's in here. And cheat a little bit. You have L-of-ATP. That is a peat moss and apple extract, I believe. That, again, we're trying to raise cellular energy status through unconventional means, or means that are not addressed simply through nutritional factors or amino acids. You have neurofactor. That's for focus. That's for BDNF. That helps sort of foster new neural connections, but also is accompanied by a sense of not detachment, but ability to connect with what you're doing without being distracted. That's how it lands for me. And then synactive, formerly known as actogen, that is a combination of, and the second one kills me, so bear with me, Panax ginseng and Rosa roxburghi, or roxburghi, who knows. And that, two cool things. It has a senolytic function. It helps clear out senescent cells that are inert and no longer responding to stimuli or changes in the milieu environment around them. Or it has a performance benefit. It increases citric acid synthase, I believe, which is, again, part of the citric acid cycle. Who would have thought? And that in a roundabout fashion is trying to drive more ATP synthesis. So we're finally, before we put it to bed, minerals, very generous mineral allotment, sea salt, taurine, coconut water extract, cocoa pure. Some addition, so there's sea salt, there's essentially sodium 2A, sodium phosphate, and the sea salt, and magnesium, and estrogen to help you absorb it, because a lot of that estrogen is sort of the way that's in what their Absorb product. The estrogen, the way that works is it's primarily driving insulin mediated, the uptick in absorption. So that's going to help with both the carbohydrate in here and the amino acids here. Okay, that's what it does, or how it does it. Let's get to the fun part. I'm going to buy this, by the way. I already bought this. But I said earlier, it's immediate buy in my book. The type of training I enjoy the most right now, particularly those challenging sessions where I'm trying to bolt sort of a CrossFit style session with maybe a more traditional weightlifting style session with maybe a conditioning session at the end. This is perfect for that. I'm very excited. One thing we did not say either is you'll notice conspicuously what's not in here, just like what's not. It's not a pre-workout. What else is not in here? Aside from the taurine and minerals, there's no glycerol, so we don't get any GI upset. There's no conventional pump ingredients, citrulline, nitrates, none of that. There's no stimulants. It's very unlikely that your pre-workout contains L-Dopa. If it does, that's somewhat more fashionable as of late. It's not gonna be enough that's gonna take this off the table. So it's very unlikely it's gonna be redundant with the rest of your peri-workout stack. It's designed to be interoperable with your stack or stackable with their line or other common offerings from other companies. So it's very well put together. I don't know if I want citrulline in here. I don't know if I want, again, glycerol in here. Those are things that are commonplace that you're likely getting elsewhere in your stack. So, the part that you're all here for, I grabbed blueberry lemonade, okay? You can see it there. That's one of the two flavors, the other sweet tea. As noted in the flyby today, I've had the sweet tea in the super carb and in the Intra-Blast, so I kind of know what I'm dealing with. I'm assuming that's going to translate more or less the same. Some combination of those two was, again, the meat and potatoes of leg day. So I always get excited when they do new flavors because they put a huge emphasis on flavors in the last couple of years. This is blueberry lemonade. I have not yet tried it. I took the liberty of mixing it. I wanted to get a clear bottle, so Stormtroopers it is. You can see it's somewhat blue, so it's not going with the lemonade side of blueberry lemonade, rather the blueberry side. The blueberries are more purple, so we have almost like a blue raz looking thing here, but nevertheless, let's give it a go. I did 1 scoop. Most people are gonna do. There's only 20 scoops in the bottle. I don't think it's overpriced. Let's not go down that exhausting, overwrought path. That's very faulty thinking, particularly if you look at the cost of something like ATP Evolution, something like Super Carbon, something like Intra-Blast. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, but most trainees are not gonna do 2 scoops unless they're training for, they're very, very big trainees. Body mass would sort of matter there. Carbohydrate allotment and or just, again, the volume, the degree of how advanced they are would sort of dictate that. I don't think many people are going to need 2 scoops, which would be 60 carbs all in. Okay, blueberry lemonade. It's good. It's not tart, which is okay with me. It's a little bit sweeter. I get a little bit more blueberry than I get lemonade. You definitely get a little bit of the minerals, a little bit of the sodium. It's not, again, overdone in either direction. It's balanced by the sweetness. It does have a tiny, okay, there you go. At the very end, has a tiny note of the sourness of the lemonade. Overall, I would say I could definitely drink this. Very refreshing. I almost want more water. This is a 28 ounce. That's the sodium, I'm sure, but I would fill this bad boy up. You could push it as much as you want with the water. It's refreshing. At no point during a workout when I would be exerting myself would this be annoying to drink, which is sometimes the issue with over-engineered carbohydrate products. They just don't drink well in the middle of an exhausting workout. So I think I can handle this. No real issues. I would buy this. I'm not upset about the blueberry lemonade. It's a sweeter lemonade, very blueberry forward, but not overdone. I don't like when blueberries taste like blue raspberry. It doesn't. It does. It lands in blueberry land if that means anything to you. So I'm happy with the flavor. I would definitely try the sweet tea as well, but I think you'll be happy if you end up here. I'm not going to say it's reminiscent of like a Gator or something. I'm not getting that, but again, I'm not annoyed. I could keep, if I was at my desk doing work like an amino, I could keep sipping this, and it would not disappoint me. So, I'm really not losing any points for taste. I'm going to give it like 8.6 on taste. Yeah, happy with the score as well. It gets better the more you drink it too. I'm enjoying it. So that's blueberry lemonade. Again, first time you're seeing that flavor from NutraBio. It'll be interesting to see if it crosses over and ends up in any of the other categories. If this is an alpha EAA, if this ends up as a, who knows, an Intra-Blast maybe would be a nice crossover. They teased a sweet tea alpha EAA, which I think would murder sweet tea, obviously being one of their flagship flavors. So sweet tea is the other flavor. If you don't like blueberry, you prefer your lemonade, it's way more tart. This is a nice balance, but it's a little bit on the sweet side in a good way. Again, it sort of begs more water here because of the minerals probably, but I'm happy with 8.6. That's my score for this blueberry lemonade. I could drink this no matter the degree of exertion or how thirsty I was. As long as it was sufficiently watered, I would easily accompany this with 24 ounces or more. You could drink it. That's my review. I'm really excited to train with it. Hope you guys enjoy the leg day. One more look. Talk to you later.